Denver City Council President Albus Brooks joins us here on your final day as President of Council. You go back to the other bench and just kind of keep doing the job while somebody else takes over a lot of the managerial functions. First off, people are going to be curious, how's your health?
Great. No more cancer. Thanks for all the prayers and all the good encouragement. I'm doing well.
Awesome. What do you look back on as your time as Council President with most pride, most satisfaction?
You know, that we've come together as a council. I mean, you got a lot of different individuals, visions, thoughts, perceptions, characters, and we have come together and really done some amazing things. And I think one of the things is around housing. One of the things is about some of the folks who are struggling the most in our city. We are laser focused on them. And so I feel like we've come up with some great initiatives. We need to do more, but it's been good. When
it comes to affordable housing, I get the sense that the city is willing to try just about anything, but doesn't necessarily have the funding to make the impact that you want to have.
Yeah. Well, I would say this. We're doubling the housing fund. Hopefully next month we'll be passing it through City Council. But it just takes many sectors to get the kind of macro movement that we need. And so we're excited that we have the largest fund in the state and we're moving forward. But now we need all the other sectors, developers, nonprofit sector, come on board to work with us.
What do you make of the situation with the collapse of the affordable housing program out in Green Valley Ranch? Got a lot of finger pointing from people at the city saying, well, these people didn't follow the rules, so on and so forth. That's going to happen. There are always going to be people who don't follow the rules. Do you feel like the city has a better handle on what's going on so you don't keep losing houses?
Yeah, I mean, that's really good. Obviously, we're on the legislative side, and it's easier for us to point the finger on the executive side in OED, and they did not have a good jurisdiction and oversight of that program, and they admitted that. And so I feel like now they've gone in, they got a new director, they're doing much better work, and I feel like going forward it'll be much better.
Within the last year on council, there were a number of initiatives passed, some of which just codified existing practice, but basically it makes it tougher for immigration agents to work in the city. And City Council says we want to be welcoming to immigrants. Let me ask you this, though. So we talk about on this program the fact that people who are here illegally commit crimes at a lower rate than native-born Americans. But when they do commit crimes, they tend to be against fellow immigrants. So how is it pro-immigrant to make it tougher for agents to come in and take people out if they think they're a specific threat?
Well, you know, I'm not going to answer that question specifically, but what I'm going to say, the intent of the bill is to help those immigrants who are scared of law enforcement, who are scared of using safety or city facilities. And we believe by passing this bill, and we've already seen it in the city, that we will have more folks that will come who are experiencing domestic violence, who will come and cooperate with officials because they know that they are safe.
City Council and your legal team went back and forth on whether or not you could investigate allegations about the mayor and his sexual advances toward a subordinate. The whole thing just seemed like it was a disorganized mess, and a lot of people saw a cover-up. I'm not sure there's a cover-up. I saw a mess. Why did that have to be such a mess?
Because it's not our jurisdiction.
Why couldn't you have just said that right from the beginning?
We did, but we have 13 of us, and I think people forget that. And there are 13 people who think differently, and it's not our jurisdiction. I think we've proven that. And what we've done is gone to make sure that our branch of government can make sure that we can start to investigate ourselves.
You were performing a largely ceremonial role on a weak council, strong mayor format. Okay,
that is a good description of it.
Okay, I don't mean to diminish anything. I imagine you have to pick your spots if you want to have an impact, because you can't just go in and wave a wand.
Yep, that's right. And I like to tell people this. It's all the influence with none of the authority. That's the job.
Okay. How do you plan to use your influence going forward? Common thought is that you're going to run for mayor.
We have a mayor who's very clear that he's
When Mayor Hancock's done, he's running again. When he's
very clear that he's running again. I have so many issues in my district, and what I'm using as a leverage point is I've been the president. I know where the dollars are, and we're going to fund those projects that those folks in my district feel very disparate from the rest of downtown and things like that. We're going to make a connection there.
That is the number one thing that we hear from people about the city of Denver. We've got about a minute or two left here. Is this idea that are we going to look back at this time in Denver and say developers were running the store, we in the media we're not doing a good enough job, you in the government we're not doing a good enough job making sure that the development was checked and that it was sensible and that it benefited most people?
That's right. I get that. I'm experiencing it because I live in the midst of it. It's a balance. And what people have to understand is we don't own every single parcel in this city. But there is an overarching theme that we do have. And development, if we're going to have this development and this market surge, that it should pave the way for some of the social issues in our city. And that's why we instituted the linkage fee and things like that. So we are the checks and balances on city council, and we're trying to do a better job and start to see what are some of the issues that the community does not like.
Do developers need to be paying more in order to lift up the rest of the city, or do you feel like we've reached that equilibrium now?
Oh, that's a big debate. I think there is more that needs to be invested, but more than anything, there needs to be a vision for what we want to become. It can't just be your building. It has to be the entire city.
All right, City Council President Albus Brooks, I can call you that for about the next 4 hours or so. Thank you for coming in. Look forward to our next conversation.
Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.